Merry week of Christmas, everybody. Welcome to the Stocks with Josh show. I am up in a small A-frame cabin deep in the woods in California. Still going to stay connected with you guys. We're going to be going into 2023, and the S&P 500 is facing a big historic warning sign. 2022 suffered the bear attack. The markets fell double digits. Many popular stocks were slashed back to multi-year lows. We've gone back in time on a lot of our favorite stocks. So the big question is, how will the S&P perform in 2023, the next 12 months? 2 consecutive down years in a row is actually very rare in the stock market. So after 2022, the probability of the markets falling more in 2023 is actually quite rare. But we all know that the headwinds of global inflation are still building momentum. History shows that if we decline for 2 straight years, it means that the drop will be really bad. It'll be worse than normal. In the last 100 years of market data, the market has only fallen 2 years straight 4 different times. There was the Great Depression. There was World War II, the 1970s oil crisis, and the dot-com bubble. Those were the only 4 times that in the last 100 years that the markets fell 2 years straight. Those events are rare, but when they happen, the drop the second year is typically worse. The average decline of those 4 events was only 24% when all of them were balanced out, and we're currently 20% down. But we could go another 20%. More than 2 back-to-back years down is even more rare. So basically, 3 years down has only happened twice. That was the dot-com bubble and the Great Depression. And 4 years down in a row has only happened 1 time, and that was the Great Depression. So I want to talk with you guys about what the smart money is forecasting. They have almost unanimously predicted that 2023 is not going to be a record breakout year. So that's the bad news. Josh, what is the good news? I'm going to give that to you guys coming up, but before I do, quick station break for the Moomoo investment app. There is still time to get their best offer to date, the 20 free stocks valued up to potentially $40,000. I don't know if anybody's going to get that $40,000, but there is the opportunity and a chance at their holiday sweepstakes for $60,000. You can get entered into that as well. These guys, they offer the free level 2 data, the lowest margin accounts available to retail investors, 8 order types, the stock screener for finding hot stocks, great news and earnings data, and you can get onto the Stocks with Josh community page and the Stock Josh family chat group. We're in there talking, it seems like all day long, connecting, answering questions. A lot of smart investors in there, a lot of great trades occurring, people feeding off each other and helping each other make money. Go ahead, click the link in the top pinned comment, get the free cash, get your chance at the winnings, and start investing today. The story goes that markets typically bottom before the recession starts. Everybody thinks, obviously, we're in a recession, but it has not been technically declared. There's actually a committee of members that determine when the recession officially has begun, and that has not actually been declared. We know we're in a recession, but it's not been official yet. And typically, the markets bottom before they make it official. I'm going to tell you straight that I do not personally believe right now that June or October's lows will be the bottom. I am focused on that 3,300 area on the S&P 500 as measured by the SPX. That to me is the realistic future market bottom, but I'm not going to die on that hill, as they say. Markets can change direction easily. Geopolitical events like the conclusion of the Russian-Ukraine war conflict could turn these markets around on a dime, but other events like the potential invasion of Taiwan could crash the markets further. We just have to be taking it one level at a time. I have a 3-pronged plan. Number 1, I'm raising cash to be able to take advantage of any situation. I have the majority of my investment money over the last 2 years has been just going into cash. Number 2, I'm making investments into my top 10 value recession-proof stocks. I've been giving those to you guys slowly. I'm making those investments weekly in all of 2023. I'm not trying to guess the bottom. These are just simply my portfolio for 2023. I'm going to invest in them. I think that they're going to outperform the market. These are my picks. I've been slowly sharing them with you guys. And then number 3, I'm focused on hedge plays like the inverse ETFs. A lot of retail, all they can do is buy stocks and go long. A lot of them don't know how to profit when the markets drop. If you follow me, then you are prepared. You're not scared, as they say, as Keenan says, I think. I like that guy. I like his channel. You know that we're prepared. We're hedging our investments with these inverse ETFs. In my opinion, it is going to be a profitable year, 2023. It's going to be a fun year for investing. Follow my page, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell to be able to get those investment trades as I'm going through them. I read an article this morning that said European businesses are looking to invest in the US economy because they believe that Europe will be affected more by higher energy costs, all associated with the war. So a lot of businesses are looking to grow their American products or their American end, less focus on European growth, more focus on putting money into the US markets. This could actually enable the US to have a lighter recession. This could lead to a lot of our businesses having a better earnings than a lot of people are expecting. Don't forget, not everything is going to make a new low in the weeks ahead. A lot of people say to me, Josh, I just shouldn't buy anything right now because it's going to be cheaper later. That's not true. There's going to be stocks in crypto that are not going to be cheaper later. The cheapest price for them is already behind us. I bring those stocks and I talk to you guys about those cryptos. Matic still way above its June lows, for example. That's all about the relative strength. You look for who the new winners are going to be when things get tough. That's how you know that those are the ones that are going to explode in the days ahead. I also read that global trade flows fell 2.8%. This would be their 4th straight month in which they've dropped. This indicator shows that household demand for goods is weakening and that is slowing the global economy. This is the deflation that's ultimately going to cause the Fed to pivot. If the Fed pivots, we know that these markets will not go down for another year in a row, that we will actually end 2023 up. In the crypto markets, fear continues to prevail. Binance hasn't really done enough, in my opinion, to elevate the fear of their potential insolvency. People have been wrecked by FTX and they just don't have an ounce of trust for anybody in the crypto space. That's going to have to be slowly rebuilt, and I think it's going to be new players that rebuild it. It's going to be the Fidelities. I've talked with you guys who are going to be offering crypto. These are the stable companies that are regulated. They're the ones that people are going to put their trust in. I think moving forward, there's not going to be any blind trust left for these unregulated exchanges. So I think that we're going to see the markets as well as crypto drift sideways until investors are convinced that the absolute worst is behind us. Most cryptos are sitting 90% down from their all-time highs, which is actually completely typical. This bear market in the crypto space, even though it seems like all hell's breaking out, it's actually entirely predictable. It's exactly what's happened every other cycle in the past. It's still possible that Bitcoin may hit that 14K, but I am not trying to catch the bottom. I'm always looking to the future. Crypto markets run in a 4-year cycle, and we've officially passed the 4-year mark from the beginning of the last cycle, and we're already in the next 4-year cycle window. It starts with accumulation, then the halving event, then the markup phase, and then the decline. We are now in the new 4-year window. I'm buying my weekly top 10 cryptos. My top 10, they do change from time to time. The amount that I invest, it stays exactly the same. So I'll give you guys an example of that. I've paused buying BNB because I'm just not sure what's happening with them. I've taken that money that I would be buying BNB right now, I'm putting it into Matic. I've doubled down on my Matic position because these guys have been the best performer. But I'm not neglecting crypto. I have a dollar goal in mind for what I'm hoping to get out of crypto by the end of 2024. December of 2024 is when I intend to cash out. I don't want to participate in a decline in crypto. I just want to participate in the markup. I don't need to guess the top. You know that I don't need to guess the bottom. I'm just trying to make some money. I already know where I'm going to invest the money that I hope to make in crypto in the next 2 years. You guys know that I don't sleep on crypto. I'm not deterred by the FUD, but I want you guys to do your own due diligence. You need to be diversified, focus on investing in the heavy hitters like Bitcoin and ETH if you're not in this space, or if you've only been in the meme coins. If you want to rebuild a position in portfolio, start over, build it on Bitcoin and ETH, get those bags filled, and then you can go from there. Guys, remember that Christmas Day, the markets are going to be closed. The markets will have light trade between now and the New Year's. People will be taking time off with their families. I wouldn't expect any major moves. I was talking to a friend today. He was trying to figure out whether he should close an option position. I said, you know what? Don't fear a major market crash. I don't know. This is just my opinion. I think the markets are just going to drift here. I think we might hit that 3,900 area on the S&P 500. I actually think that it's technically going to hit 3,922. That's my fine-tuned prediction. But I think we're going to just sort of gradually get up there, and then by the beginning of next year, we're going to see it reverse and potentially go down. That's what I'm looking to see happen, but we'll have to take it one day at a time. Thanks, family, for staying connected. I always enjoy talking with you guys in the comments section here on YouTube and over on the Moomoo app. Just going to say again, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas. I'd love to hear from you right now. What is your favorite or top stock that you think is going to kill it in 2023? One that you think I should put into my top 10 recession-proof stocks. Hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell. Do trading with the community. Go ahead and do it with the Stock Josh family community. As always, peace and blessings, my friends. I wish you guys a Merry, Merry Christmas week. Talk to you soon. Take care.